Another big shocker by MNS workers. Now, an MNS leader's son, in fact, has hurled abuses at a woman. The woman was speaking Marathi and she was abused, is what we're learning. His son was intoxicated, is what we're learning. This is the latest shocker that has come in from Maharashtra. Remember, this comes after MNS goons had thrashed a shopkeeper for not speaking Marathi. Now, in fact, what we're learning is that the MNS leader's son was intoxicated. He was under the influence. The woman was speaking Marathi and he hurled abuses at her. This, of course, comes after the MNS goons had, in fact, beaten up a shopkeeper for not knowing Marathi, for not speaking Marathi. And this, of course, brought in a language war or language row in Maharashtra as well. Now, this comes as a shocker where an MNS leader's son has been seen hurling abuses at this woman. He seems under the influence in this case as well. This is a video that has surfaced. Of course, there are abuses being hurled. Therefore, we can't let you listen to exactly what's happening in the video. But the woman is heard speaking Marathi, is what we're learning, and the man there, the MNS leader's son, is hurling abuses at her, as far as what we know. Now, this, of course, brings in another context to this controversy of the language war in Maharashtra, where MNS earlier had come forward and said that the MNS goons earlier had come forward and said that they wanted to save the language in Maharashtra and that they wanted everybody to speak the language. But of course, whether this particular altercation between the MNS leader's son and the woman erupted due to language, that is not confirmed yet. But what we do know is that the woman was speaking Marathi and this man who's under the influence was hurling abuses at her. Now, this man, we're learning, had hurled abuses at this Marathi-speaking woman, and not just that, but he had also flaunted his father's influence. Per se, he had mentioned that he was a son of an MNS leader and that he had political pull. These are, of course, details that we're getting from the ground. We're learning that he was not perhaps fully clothed. He was under the influence, and he also said that. His father was an influential man, he was part of the MNS party. This, of course, remember, comes after the MNS goons had said that they were perhaps champions of the Marathi language. They had beaten up a man, a shopkeeper, for not speaking Marathi. But here we're seeing that an MNS leader's son, who is under the influence, but still aware enough to talk about how influential his father is, hurling abuses at a woman who's speaking Marathi. Now, he's stopped his car in the middle of the road, as you can see in this video, and he's hurling abuses at her. And she's speaking in Marathi, is what we're learning. And not just that, he's also said that his father is quite an influential man. He's the son of an MNS leader. He's under the influence. He's drunk in this video, and he's not fully clothed either. Now, this is a case of not just contradiction or hypocrisy coming from a party like MNS, but it's also a question of VIP behavior. We can see that he is quite aware that his father, or he claims that his father is quite influential, and he says that so he could behave in any way that he wants. He's intoxicated. So that also means he's sitting at the driver's seat, as you can see in this video. So he was perhaps driving under the influence as well. And he's not fully clothed. He's hurling disgusting, obscene abuses at this woman. And this woman seen speaking Marathi. So we're not sure if he's targeting specifically the fact that she's speaking Marathi. He is demeaning a woman. He's also abusing a woman who's speaking in Marathi, and he's also stating that his father is quite influential, displaying VIP behavior. My colleague Radhika joins us with more details. Radhika, a shocking case coming in from Maharashtra just a couple of days after the MNS goons had beaten up a shopkeeper for not speaking Marathi. Take us through this case and exactly what's happened.
That's right. The high-handedness of MNS leaders, MNS goons, only intensifying by with each passing day. We know for a fact that this is an incident that happened perhaps last night. This is Rajashri More. In fact, she is the woman there who was being abused by this man, and she took to social media and she has claimed that her vehicle was rammed by this man who is an MNS leader's son. And as soon as this accident took place and when she confronted him, he started abusing her, and of course things got out of control, and apparently there is an FIR registered. That's what we are being given to understand. We're getting more details on whether this man has been arrested, but the information we have is that Rajashri More, who is the victim in this case, this woman had in fact taken strong stand as far as this entire Marathi imposition is concerned. She had said that Marathi people should work hard in the city and in the state of Maharashtra, and this imposition should not happen, and that violence is not the way to impose a language, and there are other things that
I'm going to have to interrupt you because I'm being joined by Sanjay Nirupam, Shiv Sena leader. Thank you for joining us, sir. Now, this shocking display of VIP behavior coming from an MNS leader's son, not just that, but he's abusing a woman who's speaking in Marathi, sir. Remember, the MNS party had in fact party's workers or goons had in fact beaten up a man for not speaking Marathi just a couple of days ago.
पूरा वीडियो देखने के बाद यही लगता है कि जिस तरह से वो एमएनएस के लीडर का बेटा नेकेड है ना, वैसे ही एमएनएस की पूरी विचारधारा भी नेकेड हो गई। एमएनएस का पूरा अप्रोच क्या है भाई कि मराठी बोलो, मराठी लोगों के स्वाभिमान, मान सम्मान, इस तरह की बात करते हैं। और एक मराठी लड़की के साथ जिस तरीके से एमएनएस के लीडर के बेटे ने दारू के नशे में धुत होकर के, नंगा होकर के जिस तरीके से बातें कर रहा है, उसको अब्यूज कर रहा है, उसे गाड़ी ठोक दी उसने, वह बताता है कि हाउ बेसिकली एमएनएस की सच्चाई क्या है। और एमएनएस वाले कुछ नहीं, चंद गुंडों का एक संगठन है, इसी तरह की हरकतें करते हैं। इसमें इनकी कोई अपने कोई धर्म से लेना देना नहीं, कोई विचार से लेना नहीं, कोई भाषा से लेना नहीं, सिर्फ यही जो ये ब्लैकमेलर टाइप के लोग और जो एक्सटॉर्शनिस्ट टाइप के लोग, उन्हीं लोगों का ये संगठन है। और नाम लेते हैं मराठी भाषा का कि मराठी भाषा बोलो, मराठी नहीं बोलोगे तो मारेंगे। दैट इज द रियलिटी, ग्राउंड रियलिटी ऑफ एमएनएस।
Right, and Mr. Nirupam, what do you think should be done? Now, there must be action taken as well, because you can see in this video as well, like you said, he is half naked, he's under the influence, he's perhaps driving a vehicle, he's hurling abuses, and we can see that he's flaunting his father's so-called influence.
You have rightly said, the only thing what has to be done is to take action against these goons. I've demanded from Honorable Chief Minister, who happens to be our Home Minister in Maharashtra, that take stern action against these people, because in the name of language, they are doing nothing but only gundagardi.